they show up at the curb, your car can do the same thing. So there's the need for parking would be greatly reduced, and that changes the equation for public transport, because then instead of having to drive to public transport stations, train stations, and park your car, you can simply take, your autonomous car will drive you there and then go back home, so you don't need huge parking lots. So it's counterintuitive that the availability of autonomous vehicles may increase the use of public transit and change the structure of our cities to some extent. You can also imagine that you would send your car to the supermarket to pick up your groceries, so it makes the entire journey with nobody there. If I was a taxi driver, I'd be a little bit worried, because there's no particular reason to have a taxi driver. Elon Musk, who's developing an autonomous vehicle in the Tesla Corporation, described driving in such a vehicle as just like taking an elevator. You get in, you push the button saying where you want to go. You don't think about the fact that there's a complicated algorithm that controls the motors of the elevator and makes it stop exactly at the right place. That didn't used to be the case. There used to be a person driving the elevator, and often it was jerky, and they would stop at the wrong place and have to go back down. And he says, well, once you've had that experience, why would you go back to the old way of elevators where you had to have someone driving it?
Right.
Can I just add something? And it gets to some of Kenneth's points and Stuart's points, and I'm not going to talk about military robots, but self-driving cars. I think one thing that is important for all these technologies is that they keep the individual empowered. And so one of the things that I think has been too little research done in universities for self-driving cars is how a person who's not in the car interacts with that car. Because if you're on a little country road at night and you're walking and it's pitch black and you hear a car coming, your only thing you ever do is get off the road, because you'll never know whether the driver of the car saw you or not. Right now, in daylight, we make estimations of whether the driver has seen us or not, whether we're in another car or a pedestrian. If they've got their phone up their ear and they're looking that way and you're over here, you estimate they haven't seen you. The trouble with self-driving cars at the moment is they give no social cues, so they become kings of the road, and people around them have to deal with them. And I think we might see some acceptance problems unless they become more integrated with normal human interactions.
Mr. Nakanishi, would you like to
from the viewpoint of the automatic driving systems, there might be the several stages. The totally, the untouchable automatic driving, we need so many kind of the infrastructure before establishing it. But the current, the technology is supporting of the various driving styles.